Avatar 4 is currently slated for a December of 2029 release. No, I did not misspeak. Yes, December of 2029. So, a lot of people will be seeing it in January of 2030. So yeah, it makes sense that they just started shooting the film, like 6 years out to complete this thing. So if you guys have been following the Avatar news, it's been really interesting. Recently, Sam Worthington said that they start production on the sequel, and a lot of people thought he was talking about Avatar 3, and that's sort of what he leaned into, but they were just wrapping up a couple of pickup shots because we learned that there's going to be a time gap between 3 and 4, about a 10-year time gap. And now it makes sense because Stephen Lang, the villain of the piece, confirmed that they are in fact starting production on Avatar 4, and that it's gonna be a long one by the sounds of it. Now, if you look at everything in terms of the development of Avatar 2 and 3, and how much R&D was put into these films, and just how nothing quite looks like them or gives you a world like that, and James Cameron saying Avatar 4 is more than likely going to be another giant evolutionary leap in terms of what he's trying to do, this makes sense. Now, I know people always get upset, but we got to get out of the I hate Avatar mentality to understand what Avatar does that nobody else does. Compare everything in Avatar 2, specifically the underwater sequences, to any other film with underwater anything. They can't even hold a candle to the worst looking scene in Avatar 2. It makes sense that if you're doing something that's, again, going to be completely different and out there and bring more of this alien planet to life, that you're going to take a long time. And Cameron said 4 is going to be huge, possibly the biggest visual spectacle thing he's ever done. This to me makes sense. The dude needs time, clearly, and they're going to give it to him. Because Avatar 2 blew away all expectations. At one point, people were saying it's not even going to make $500 million. Disney's just going to shut down production of all sequels. Well, it's one of the 5 biggest films of all time. 3 is tracking to be pretty high. 4 is probably going to be something that we can't even talk about right now in terms of how big the size, scope, and scale is going to be, considering they need 6 years to complete this thing. So I'm rather excited, and knowing that production has started and they got tons of post-production time, I can't wait to see what they pull off.